Hello and welcome back to Tech the Halls. It's day 19 and unfortunately we've kind of hit this road bump where I can't really do a lot without the bees doing their job, and the bees don't like doing their job. I've also realized that we should be really trying to make more industrial bees than we have, because Imperials are the end of their line. There's nothing else we can do with Imperial bees. However, we can do more with industrial bees. So I'm going to start trying to convert all these guys into industrial that are still not. These ones are trying to turn into rural. So if we look up, we'll just put queen. Then this should be imperial industrious. So we look at the uses of industrious. We see that we can get agrarian, but we need a farmerly first, which means we need to get rural. We can also get icy, which we could do that right now because we have the wintry drones and stuff. Okay, so apparently we can only get agrarian, or more importantly, what we really need to wait for is to make an alveary. Of course, if we could get more than one alveary, that would be good too, because we have swamp, jungle, and a million majestics. Whatever, I'll try to turn you into a... So, we're working on this rule with the meadows and diligent, and then after that we're going to try to get the farmerly, which is a rural with diligent, that's the word. But really we're we're just kind of stuck here because I can't do a heck of a lot without the bees doing their job. So if the bees don't do their job, then I don't have a job to do. More Imperials. Hoop, hoop. Whoa. The lag is unbearable. And as much as I would love to get the nether bees, I'm starting to realize that the nether's kind of really off limits. Like, I tried putting the quarry in there, and as I kept trying to go in and out of the nether to, check on the quarry and stuff, it kept crashing my game. And yeah, it's just not. What? That doesn't even make sense. How did you get into a forest? Whatever. Imperial, no, diligent, and meadows. We're trying to get you into farmerly. See, now we're at the point where I've gotten a lot more of the jelly than I have the pollen clusters. Which was funny because at the beginning I was like, oh my gosh, look, I have like a million pollen clusters but no jellies. And now it's the other way around. And that's really what's holding me up right now from getting the apiary, is apiary? Alveary. That's what's holding me up from the alveary right now, is the fact that I cannot produce the scented planks in order to... This is full. I now need to make a second chest of meadow bees. Valiance, commons, steadfast, cultivated, colored. These are industrious, right? You should have at least one. No? Oh yeah, we do. Right there. This is unwearied, diligent, noble, majestic. Nope. That is imperial. This is majestic. There we go. And then as far as trees go, for whatever reason, I don't know why, we cannot get a desert acacia. And until we get a desert acacia, we've kind of hit a halt with the trees. Especially because the one tree that I want is the cocobolo tree, because look at that wood. That nice dark red wood. So the cocobolo takes desert acacia and dark oak, which would be fine, you know, because we have a ton of dark oak trees. We also have papaya. The game loves to give me papaya trees. But the papaya trees also won't mutate into... Do they mutate even? They should, to like plum or something? Date palm. Right. Yes, which... They should, because there's jungle trees nearby. Look at it. These two are right next to each other. Of course. Still don't know how to tell if this one's mutated, or if those ones have mutated, or if this guy's mutated. So that's always helpful to, you know, just have like an entire tree. Now, like this guy here, I can tell when he's mutated because his see how that one doesn't have the green bulbs anymore? The green bulbs are like, you know, your typical jungle sapling. It's the ones that have no green bulbs that are the mutated ones. Which of course doesn't help me with that one because that one has no green bulbs at all. But of course that is how that tree came. So I can't say that it's been mutated because it never changed from... I don't know. So yeah, the bees are doing their job, but they're doing it a little slow. We're still missing one sweet chestnut because it is a 3x3, so we need one more of those saplings still, and then we will have that tree. And I'm pretty sure that will end that line. The coastal sequoias, we still need to work on those. But again, that guy's just going to kind of do his own thing until he produces coastal sequoias, because we need 9 of those, as I have said in previous episodes. I'm not seeing any of these ones. Oh. I guess it's turning to nighttime, so I might as well go to sleep, seeing as I fell off the tree. Railcraft, again, like I said, as much fun as it would be to work with Railcraft, I don't know what I would do with it. Like, there's really no reason for me to use Railcraft. It's not going to do anything. Alright. Throw this stuff in here so it actually starts making more. We need more honey, which is there. Give me this. Oh, alright, you gotta turn your back on. Is it just like this, right? Yeah. Probably didn't need to do that many, but who cares? Oh, nope. I clicked on this one. Oh, put it where it's supposed to be. What are you out of now? Oh, planks again. That's okay. I will go easily chop down another teak tree. They're not doing a heck of a lot for me. Tear off all of its leaves. Because again, this guy's been out here for a few days now. So you'd think that he... I also, you might have noticed that I took down the paddock tree. The reason for that is the paddock tree is the last of that line. Like the paddock tree doesn't breed into anything else. Really hoping that I get at least an IPE out of this. Okay, nope, those were almost all not mutated. I got 54 of the base tree. Of course, in reality, I could be using any type of wood for the tree, I mean for the thing there. But why would I do that? Also, I feel like I should take the jungle tree down, but I can't get up to it very easily. And my inventory is kind of full, so let's go get rid of these. I mean, like, I really don't know why the trees aren't mutating anymore. And I'm starting to think that it might have something to do with the climate. The fact that this is not the correct climate for those types of trees. But according... look, we have 3 now. We need a lot more than 3, though. But according to the game, it shouldn't be the climate that affects the trees. Only certain trees should be affected by the climate. There's another paddock. Was that? Let's buy it again. Anything useful here? No. All trees that we've had for some time now. Shoving all the saplings into here. I'll save. Actually, I don't need to save the jungles. I have a ton of jungles. Oh, right. Forgot to throw the wood in. Sweet. I could use the paddock or the papaya, but I really like those woods. The cherry wood's really nice too. Do I have like birch or oak? I do have birch. I have a lot of spruce. Not a lot of spruce, but some spruce. Lime wood. Let's grab this, because that turns into 2 full stacks. Oh, well, almost 2 full stacks. What are you missing now? Power. That shouldn't be a thing. How are you missing power? You're full of power. Why isn't this getting power anymore? That's strange. What happened to all these cables? Why aren't the cables connecting anymore? What is going on here? That's obnoxious. You don't have any power either. If I turn that on. Now see, you're getting power. not getting power. The question is, why is that one getting power? Are we getting power over here? Yes. And you're getting power too, and this is getting power. This is my charging station. Why are the? I'll have to figure that off camera. Figure that out off camera, because I don't feel like getting back into there and trying to figure that out. And plus, I mean, we're not going to be able to make an alveary this episode anyway. We're gonna chop this guy down. Strangely enough, for whatever reason, tree capitator only works if the tree has leaves. If the tree has no leaves, tree capitator will not work on it. Also, I don't think that this guy's like ever going to produce what we're after here. And I love that I get regeneration. It'll be nice for those times that we eventually get bees that kill me and poison me and stuff. Actually, I don't know if there's any that poison. I know Vengeful, Sinister, and all those ones in that line of bees are very dangerous and like attack the player, which we could make an apiarist suit for. But oh geez. At the same time, my power armor basically makes me invincible. And it's not even called power armor. It's called, I don't even remember what it's called. Nano armor. That's it. That's the word. Coastal sequoia is not the word. Apparently, we are not going to get coastal sequoia trees either. Which kind of bums me out. Because sequoia trees are awesome. I'm from the East Coast, yes, in the East Coast, and so I've never actually seen a sequoia tree in person. You know, I've just like read about them on like in school and stuff like that. So like I know what they look like, and I know that they're huge trees and everything. Which is kind of why I want to get them in here. In the Feed the Beast world that I was playing in once upon a time, they had... No, it wasn't part of forestry, but it was part of a different mod that allowed you to make giant sequoia tree. No, it was redwoods. Are those sequoias? I don't think redwoods are the same thing as sequoias. But anyway, the giant trees that they have over in California. They're like really tall ones that grow for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Those ones. And basically what I did is I grew one of those. You'd have like a 7x7 square of saplings. And on top of that, like that wasn't even the base of the trunk. The trunk grew even larger than that. When you finally got it, it like expanded out more. And so that was basically my base. I grew the tree and then started living inside of it. Let's see if we can't get one of these guys. If any of them have grown, which does not look like is the case. I'm still waiting to see if there's any difference in these leaves. I keep looking and I'm like, huh. I mean, this one is off colored, but you know, that means nothing really. Now that we have the lemon tree, should be able to mutate with either these guys, silver limes. Should be able to mutate with either silver limes or hill cherries, or was that the other guy there, the chestnut? Except right now he's a walnut tree. I think it might be the chestnut. I think think the lemon trees here specifically want hill cherries, which I figured they're close enough. And at the same time, when these trees can somehow be fertilized by uh, the trees on the other side of the building, I don't see why they can't get fertilized by the people right next to them. Of course, that might be asking for too much. Alright, this tree's been up for a while. Well, so have all these ones, but these ones I don't notice when they are mutated. And also at the same time, I do not come over here very often to check on these guys. We might. Oh yeah, it is these guys. The Sinisters want them for Fiendish. That should be about it. Well, guess any of the things can turn into Sinister. Any of the ones that we don't have. Derpius. Hold shift for details. I would love a Derpius. I don't know what you make Derpius, but I want whatever you do. You can only, you're the end of your line too, but just because it's called Derpius. So there's a good chance that those trees don't get fertilized very frequently because I never check on the bees over there. That might be an issue. Just a small one. Because I'm too lazy to go over there. No, it's more that I just keep forgetting that they're over there. Which reminds me, I did just... So like I said, I went to the Nether and I tried to set up the... There's a butterfly all the way up there. I tried to set up the quarry in the Nether, and it did not work, and so now it's over here again. Just doing its thing. Producing torches for me. I don't know how you produce torches. I assume it's because I was over there at one point and I put torches down. Alright, we need to irrigate this water into the hole. Okay. Do that. There we go. That's what we want to see. I'm surprised this tree doesn't get fertilized somehow. I was going to go up there, then I realized there's no reason because those aren't apiaries. Those are still bee houses. Because I don't care about those trees. I mean, bees. I do love the glacial queens because they were like the first bee that I tried to get ever. And but back in Feed the Beast they were more useful because you could turn the crushed ice into blizz powder, so it was actually kind of useful to have them. Now what I don't understand is how you guys are getting power on the same exact setup and everything as these guys. But these guys are not getting what you're getting. Now you are not getting power anymore either. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out. And probably in the process blow everything up again, because that's what I seem to do. So, it's been about 20-25 minutes again. And what have we accomplished? Nothing. We have accomplished absolutely nothing. Not even a hint of farmerly bees. But, like I said at the beginning of the episode, it's hard for me to accomplish much of anything when I'm relying on the bees to produce stuff. Because it's kind of just like random chance now at this point whether or not the bees will decide to do. You piece of trash. This is the stupidest bee ever. the Valiant and Steadfast, because one time they'll turn into Heroic. I'm like, oh yeah, I finally got the Heroic. And then he turned back into a Valiant. And then so I'm like, alright, this isn't too bad. I'll just combine the Valiant with the Steadfast, and it probably will turn back into a Heroic. Well, you would think that that would be the case, but no. I do that, and it somehow turns into a Steadfast Queen. So I'm like, okay, I'll combine that with a Heroic, with a Valiant, and then I'll get Heroic from that. And then no, it turns into a Valiant. I'm like, this is literally the stupidest process in the world. I do want more industrious bees though, and I'm in the water. Hoop, 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 jump, jump, jump. Alright, this bee house should be open for business, for business. You're working away, producing 2 different types of, see. That's what I like to see, when you finally decide to turn into what you're supposed to turn into. Except for you. You're a piece of trash. Like all the other bees. Like, how do you keep turning back into that? It doesn't even make sense. Alright, but yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. We did nothing. We have accomplished literally nothing for like the past 5 days. But that's because, like I said, the bees. We're relying on random chance with bees. So, yeah. Not a lot that I can do about it other than keeping, up with, I have another Valiant drone there. Where were they? They were here. Other than, just every time that they finish their cycle, try to redo it and keep hoping for the best, really, and figuring out why in the world maybe tomorrow we'll make a mass fabricator and start getting the UU matter. Oh my god, so many Imperials. So yeah, that's it for today's episode. So as usual, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you around for tomorrow's episode.